Hello, vinyl community. It's Bill here again, and Bill with his finger in a splint for the second lot of 8 weeks in a row. So I snapped a tendon at the end of my little finger. So it was painful for a split second, but yeah, it's been inconvenient for weeks now. So this video is entitled Labeled with Love. So what's this all about? Is it about squeeze? No, it's about labels, and not designer labels, but record labels. And I think a few videos ago, I did acquisitions for Q2 2021, and I showed this one, The Island Story. A great double album, and it showcases the width and depth of the Island record label signings. So we've got classics from U2, Bob Marley, Free, Spencer Davis Group, Traffic, Fairport Convention, and yeah, we even have Robert Palmer and Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So this was the one that when I got it, I thought, oh, I've got a few other compilations that showcase the best of a particular record label. So we'll move on. And this one is called This Is How It All Began, Volume 2. And it's on the Speciality record label. And this was the home to Little Richard. And on this compilation, we've got Tutti Frutti by Little Richard and Keep a Knocking, as well as Boney Maroney by Larry Williams, and one that I think was inspiration to the Beatles, and it's Lottie Miss Claudie by Lloyd Price. But yeah, it's a great compilation of the early days of rock and roll. And then, of course, another record label associated with the birth of rock and roll, the home of Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Carl Perkins. But this compilation, 2 CDs, and on it we've got Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison Blues. We've got Roy Orbison, I Never Know. We've got the $1 Million Quartet doing Down by the Riverside. And yeah, Carl Perkins, Matchbox, and Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis. But there's Raunchy by Bill Justice, and Charlie Rich with Lonely Weekends was also on the Sun record label. Then, yeah, watch what you buy. Came across this Chess Rockabillys not long after I came back from a visit to Chicago and Florida. And I thought, oh, Chess Rockabillys, that'll be good. And yeah, it is very good. It's got Rock Ye by Del Saint and the Devils. It's got Nothing Shaken by Eddie Fontaine. We've got True Love by Larry Diamond, and Roses Are Blooming by the Silvertones. But when you read the liner notes very carefully, it said that Chess didn't record much rockabilly. Instead, they issued rockabilly records. And there's a few on Chess and Checker and Argo. I was about to say Agro, but it's Argo. But these were recorded by other labels and re-licensed to Chess. But of course, Chess is the home of the rhythm and the blues, So this has got Roll Over Beethoven by the magnificent Chuck Berry, but we've also got Bo Diddley doing Bo Diddley. And we've got Muddy Waters, Hoochie Coochie Man. We've got Talk to Me Baby by Elmore James. Help Me, Sonny Boy Williamson. Johnny Be Good by Chuck. And yeah, back to CDs this time. This was fantastic value. Got it from a record shop in Aberdeen called Fop. I think they were an independent chain. Well, they had shops in Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberdeen, possibly Dundee, I'm not sure. But I think they were going to go out of business. I think they still exist in Glasgow, in the West End on Byers Road, and in Edinburgh on Rose Street, behind what used to be Jenner's. But I think they're now, the parent company is HMV, who also had a rocky time and almost went out of business. But this one was from Fop in Aberdeen, and it is Ace Records, and it was celebrating 25 years of Ace Records. And this is got fantastic for £2 only. Great for an Aberdonian, but it covered the 25 years over 26 tracks. But we had Huckle Boogie by Pee Wee Creighton. We also have You Upset Me Baby by B.B. King. Let It Be Me by the Everly Brothers. We've got She's About a Mover by the Sir Douglas Quintet. Go Now, not by Moody Blues, but by Bessie Banks. And I think Bessie was maybe slightly upset when the Moody Blues had a hit single with it, because I think she released her version about 6 months earlier, but the Moody Blues were the ones to chart with it. Also, we have Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin. We have Time Is Tight by Booker T and the MGs. And one that I didn't have on any of my other LPs was the theme from Shaft. So that was a great one to get. So Isaac Hayes and the theme from Shaft on Ace Records. Soul, and you can't get much better than Atlantic. So this is a great compilation. I think, well, we've got maybe 7 or 8 on each side. We've got Arthur Conley's Sweet Soul Music, In the Midnight Hour by Wilson Pickett, the Bar Keys doing Soul Finger. We've got Tramp with the duo of Otis Redding and Carla Thomas. We have Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. Sweet stuff, this, sweet stuff. And we've got Respect by Aretha Franklin too. But Atlantic also were quite, heavy rockers. They were more, they had rock as well as soul. So this is a compilation compiled by Fluff Freeman. So the man who used to do the chart rundown in the UK. But this is a great record. Starts off with Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin. Then it's got It's Only Rock and Roll by the Rolling Stones. We've got Stephen Stills on here. Yes, Yours Is No Disgrace. We have Roberta Flack. First time ever I saw his face. Stones again doing Angie. And Aretha Franklin doing a wonderful, fantastic, sumptuous version of Somewhere, which is a song from West Side Story. And I'm eagerly anticipating the Steven Spielberg remake of West Side Story. The original is fantastic. So I think Steven's got a hard act to follow there, but I've seen some of the pre-release clips and it's looking pretty good. Soul, we couldn't do soul without Motown, and this compilation is Motown Gold, and this is the cream of the golden era. So we've got Reach Out, I'll Be There by the Four Tops, Baby Love with Diana Ross and the Supremes, Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye, and Creedence Clearwater Revival do a great version of that. We've got Yester Me, Yester You, Yesterday by the wonderful Stevie Wonder, and I'll Be There by the Jackson 5. We've also got Stoned Love by the Supremes, Jimmy Ruffin's What Becomes of the Broken Hearted, Tears of a Clown by the wonderful original poet of America, or modern pop music, according to Bob Dylan, and that's Smokey Robinson. And we finish it off with Machine Gun by the Commodores. And there's lots of other good stuff on here too. And then this was one from Record Store Day, maybe 3-4 years ago. It's called Motown Funk, Volume 2. I really should get Volume 1 because it's got one of my all-time favorites, which is Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations. But this has got some sweet stuff on it as well. Nice gatefold. So on here we've got Eddie Kendricks doing Keep On Trucking. We've got Stevie Wonder, Every Time I See You, I Go Wild. Got Marvin Gaye, Closing Jimmy's. We've got the Commodores' Brick House. And we've got to Give It Up, Part 1 by Marvin Gaye. And Grover Washington Jr. with Mr. Magic. And The Undisputed Truth with UFOs, the album version. Really nice double album. Have to get Volume 1. Last vinyl LP to show you. And of course, this is the wonderful British two-tone records and the Sky Revival. I think this was also a movie, well, maybe a documentary type movie showing these bands in concert. But we've got Concrete Jungle by the Specials, Lip Up Fatty by Bad Manners, Big Shot by The Beat, Ranking Full Stop by The Beat, Missing Words by The Selector, and Too Much Pressure by The Selector. And yeah, there's a few more really nice tracks on here as well. And some nice black and white photos to go with the sort of black and white theme of two-tone. And yeah, they had promoted quite a lot of multiracial bands, so great stuff from them. Then CDs, the Blue Horizon story. So Blue Horizon was a label from the mid-60s to the mid-70s, and some great sort of British blues rock on here, but also some really good blues stuff. So we've got Fleetwood Mac's Black Magic Woman, Need Your Love So Bad, and Albatross. I think is it 4 CDs? We also have Johnny Shine's Solid Gold. We have Otis Spann doing Can't Do Me No Good. We also have Eddie Boyd, The Big Boat Chicken Shack, with When My Left Eye Jumps, featuring Stan Webb. I'd Rather Go Blind. We've also got the Ainsley Dunbar Retaliation, as well as Larry Johnson doing Southern Train. And Dr. Isaiah Ross doing Mean Old World. So really good multi-CD, 3 CDs, I think, plus a really nice book with all the liner notes and stories about the tracks that you'll enjoy. Another great British 60s label was Immediate, the home of the Small Faces. But on this, we've also got Chris Farlow doing a version of the Rolling Stones' Out of Time. We've got the McCoys, Hang On Sloopy. We've got Fleetwood Mac again with Man of the World. We've got Twice as Much by a band called, no, the band's called Twice as Much, and the track is called Sitting on a Fence. And with Rod Stewart and his rendition of Little Misunderstood. We've got Amen Corner, If Paradise is Half as Nice. And we've got The Nice doing America, which I think goes back to West Side Story. And they do a sort of progressive rock version of America. I want to be in America. Still can't sing. Over a year of showing videos and occasionally doing some of the lyrics, and I still can't sing. But Itchy Park's on here, and Chris Farlow doing Handbags and Glad Rags, which was made famous by Rod the Mod Stewart. And then, last but not least, Verve. Maybe Blue Note is the more well-known jazz label, but Verve had a great jazz label too. And on here we have Nina Simone doing Little Girl Blue. Sarah Vaughan does a great version of Fever. Astrid Gilberto, The Gentle Rain. Sarah Vaughan doing the Peter Gunn theme, and Billie Holiday and Dinah Washington are all also on this Verve unmixed compilation. I think Verve did a sort of new interpretations of jazz, or some of their jazz standards maybe used samples on some hip hop stuff. But yeah, it's a really nice, easy listening, mainly female vocals, but yeah, Jimmy Smith's on here, wonderful Hammond organ organist, surprisingly, and he does a great version of Stay Loose on this. So that's it for today from Bill Vinylists. Oh, I want to say, before I go, I want to say a big thank you to Randy Nelson. And my name was picked out of the hat for his Let's Travel competition. So I entered that, and he had 44 entries. And I was lucky enough to have my name drawn out of the hat. And I won, well, $75, and it was translated into 55 quid, 55 pounds worth, Great British pounds of Amazon vouchers. So I've spent that on 3 vinyl LPs, and in early October, I will be showcasing them in my Q3 acquisitions 2021. So I hope you've enjoyed my Labeled with Love. I'm sure you've got some great compilations showing the best of a particular label. So if you want to drop something in the comments below, or better still, do a response video to this one, and I'd love to see those. And please subscribe to Randy Nelson's channel. he does some great videos, so give him a watch, and you'll see Bill Vinylists again soon. Bye.